Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Like, why is everybody else smiling but me and Miles? I didn't know how I feel about that. Now I feel like y'all should have used the one with me smiling.
Y'all thugging. We see the real Brit. We see the real Brit.
Everybody smiling except for me and Miles. Oh,
Wake up,
and
wake
everybody
up.
had their Rise and Grind shirt on except for me. It's so
That's
funny.
true. It's so funny because Blake peeped that. She was like, "How did Brit get?"
I was in unison. I was
You
in
right.
black.
You are. You in the colors. You were in the colors.
I was in the colors. Yeah, I was in the. What's going on, guys? Rise and
Wake up,
Grind
wake
morning
up.
show. Boom. We are here. I am your girl, Miss Brittany Chanel, and that is on the ones and twos, bringing us to you.
Shun.
Oh my Lord.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
This
It's
one right
Friday.
here, this one right here. This one right here.
Pray
What
for me. I'm a
have
work in
you-
progress.
Listen.
Happy birthday, Fifi.
Happy birthday, Fifi.
Woo-hoo.
Let me tell you something. A work in progress is not what you are.
I'm under construction.
She's not
You
even
see all
that.
of these freeways down. You see all of these cones in construction. It's because it's gonna be coming back bigger and better.
Well,
No,
that
that's
means
not what's
that
going
means
on,
if
Miles.
the construction is down, your legs shouldn't be up.
Miles.
Listen,
Everybody, that's Miles.
I'm with you when you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
Miles have made
Miles
it.
here.
His helicopter landed.
Yeah.
Miles here.
I took my Uber helicopter and I had to get in.
Miles, why do you continue to drink that? You know you're gonna go to sleep in
In
like
2 minutes.
Yeah, like why do you do that?
All right, y'all. That's the show.
Like,
Peace. Good night. No.
why do you do
Okay.
that?
Hey, hold on. Chanie.
Oh, you're so jealous.
I
of me.
figured. It's so funny because I was about to do it.
She's so jealous of me.
But that's what happens when people are in their seats.
Yeah. Ooh.
So jealous of
Your mama.
On
Go ahead.
time. On time.
Your
On
mama.
time.
Miles, did you know that me and you were the only ones who didn't smile in the
Y'all some thugs.
intro?
Some savages.
I know.
I also was the only one who didn't have my Rise and Grind on.
Oh.
But I had it on the
But guess what you was
pictures.
doing? Rising and grinding.
I will ride.
Innocent. Innocent.
I do ride.
We actually selected your picture first. Your picture was the first picture we selected.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But we with the intent to change it.
No, that's okay. You can leave it. I like it. I feel like I be looking sexy.
Yeah.
I be in my cute, sexy bag.
that photo shoot 8.
I felt like I was in my cute, sexy
She ain't eating
bag.
nothing. Look at her.
I definitely ate. I got the hearts on my profiles to prove it. I ate.
Well,
That'll do it.
I was cooking.
Okay.
I was eating.
I'm talking about
That looks stupid.
in it. No, it don't.
I ain't gonna tell you what that look like. That look like a porn act. Listen.
Well, we don't watch porn. Well, I don't know if Chanie does.
She might.
Listen.
So,
We on a morning show.
She might actually watch it.
It's called Rise and Grind.
Okay.
She might create it.
So you don't watch porn, Brittany?
I do not watch porn.
You don't?
I've seen it. I don't watch it. It's boring.
It's boring?
It's so boring.
Okay. You watch
Got the
all-
music going.
Yeah, the music can be a little distraction.
Be terrible. Like,
I feel like the storylines are there to make people click.
So-
It's
Yeah.
clickbait.
So here's what I like to say. This honest to God truth.
I'm not interested.
They have these things called the AVNs, right? Which is for the adult
AVN, so
AV.
adult
video
naughtiness or
yeah,
something.
Network.
No, it is like but it's like the Grammys for porn.
Oh, they have an
my
actual award show.
God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not interested.
No, hold
You
on.
know who would? Never mind.
And then I feel
I'm gonna put myself too
the
much out there.
moaning is extra fake. It's like, girl, you know.
So hold on. This sounds got you. You really got to. So
The music is shaky. It throw you off.
Okay.
I went for like 3 years, right?
To the award porn show?
To the
awards.
convention.
To the award. Yeah, it was a convention. It's like a 4-day convention, right?
4 days of that?
No, it's
Yeah.
not. See, so here,
Is everybody fully clothed?
no, yes.
Okay.
But the ones who scantily dressed, at the award show, everybody dressed. They look like stars. I mean, let's face it, you got to really.
People clean up nice,
I mean,
despite occupation.
They really do. And
I'm not judging. I just don't know.
You know,
you're judging.
I'm not judging. What I'm judging is the acting.
Listen,
Yeah, the acting.
The acting's so bad, I'm just not.
But that's like people don't even be paying attention to the acting because
First
they
of all,
be
y'all acting like y'all never had no.
they
bold-
be trying to get in the act.
Y'all acting like y'all never had no bold penis, but just because he was a nice guy, y'all kept him. Look at see how they got quiet. Y'all they like that shit. Yeah.
First of all, I'm on my phone. That's first and foremost.
So anyway,
nobody's thinking about nothing that you just said.
No, to be honest with you, it's actually a really great day and a great networking
Everything
process.
that you do that's freaky be great.
No,
It's a great day.
It's a
Grand day.
The swingers party is like perfect.
Grand
Everybody's
ride.
no, hold on.
Who need a ride?
No, I never said that.
Who need a ride?
Brittany, I never said that.
You never said that the swinger stuff be
Yeah,
nice.
no, it got boring at the
How does something like that get boring?
because you see.
Oh, y'all done everybody?
You start no.
So-
You start damn no. You start,
That is terrible.
That's terrible. No, but
is terrible.
you start to see the fakeness in people.
Well, that's what porn is. Fakeness.
No,
That'll do it.
What?
That's definitely how it would be. It'd be excessive.
I cannot watch
It'd be
it.
excessive.
But let me tell you something.
So how you sound?
So let me tell you something.
She's
so
acting.
I was reading.
Good morning, Mark.
So I was reading.
She, but I'm bum.
Brittany is a mattress actress. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, I don't do no mattress.
Method acting.
No, yeah. No, so they were saying that men, they said when it comes to like men having sex and stuff like that with women, their interest goes down in that woman after they kind of have sex with her, right?
I've heard that.
That's not
And
true.
then they were saying that, well, this is an article, and this is psychology, so I don't know. Maybe it's different for black men. So I feel like all the psychology articles be on white men and other men except for black men. But, and then they were saying, like, so some men, like, the reason why they kind of, like, talk to other women or flirt with other women is because like it brings some type of excitement for them.
Dorian, that is not the
And
early
then
90s. That's current.
It they bring some type of excitement for women, and then like it brings excitement into like their relationship. So
That's wild.
probably-
Look at this. Y'all's didn't?
He said, "What porn has music in it?" That's so early.
Yeah, porn don't have music in it no more.
It don't.
I don't watch it.
No, he
So I don't know.
making it seem like it didn't back then.
The Casio keyboard music.
Music is music.
No, but I'll be very honest with you. Y'all
Dorian.
little naughty girls.
Y'all little naughty girls were sneaking out. I wasn't-
Who had the flickies?
I had a bunch of male cousins that were freaking.
So
That's what it was. I had male cousins, and they were male cousins.
They were doing a
Something about y'all
fuckism.
males. I don't know what it is with y'all, but y'all go through some stuff.
So as a man, I would say this: as a man, as me, having sex with a woman, I gain more interest because I'm a sapiosexual.
But that's because you like intellect. But they're not talking about you. They were talking about like the average man.
right.
No, I mean because it's not a
talking
lot
about the average.
I
man.
don't think right. Because I'm so serious.
Average.
You can line up. I feel like you can line up 10 men, and you only gonna get like 2 out of the 10 that's probably like sapiosexual.
Yeah.
The rest of them are whatever they do.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of times they don't even know what sapiosexual
they
is.
can't even spell it.
I get that. However, you ain't reading a book during that, so
it's not that. It's okay, Chanie. Okay.
No, I'm really just
Chanie. Don't even do it, Mouse. It's a setup.
No.
It's a setup.
It's a setup. No, I'm being funny. I understand that before that even happens, a person that's intellectual will get your mind going, and it's all mental.
Like,
I got it.
Don't get me wrong.
But women are like that more than they think.
Yes.
Because
I do like a person that can teach me a little something.
No, but women, it's a mental thing for women.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
That's why women,
I like it's mental for both.
The only way
parties.
they gonna turn on is if they're ovulating.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that's a whole nother ball game. But that's why women don't initiate all the time because they don't be stimulated and they don't know why.
True. That's why the number one stimulator between a man and a woman is laughter.
Yeah.
If a man could make a woman laugh, that's a wrap. Them panties coming off.
And he has to know how to touch her.
Yeah, he definitely.
He has to know how to touch her.
You can kiki your way.
Yeah,
you can
Dang,
definitely
Shani, so I'm telling everybody your little secret to get to you.
No, Miles said that is a good tactic. What I said was a kiki.
Chanie like, damn, I should have never went to that comedy club.
Oh wow!
No one hears horse.
But again, that's why men don't be winning with women because they don't know how to turn them on.
Right, and
that's true.
That's why I tell people like, man, dog, how you be? I be like, dog, if you make a woman laugh, my mother said if they laugh at your stroke, they laugh at your jokes, they're moan at your strokes.
Your mother really said that?
No, that's my dad.
I was about to say, please don't put that on mine.
I was gonna say, at least you were talking to your mother. Because somebody gonna talk to the wisdom.
Sheesh, that he was heating. That he was listening. She could.
Because somebody don't talk to wisdom.
In Chanie defense.
Somebody don't talk to wisdom.
I would say this.
Look, she like somebody. Chanie.
I had never asked, right?
But you've never asked who?
Nobody.
Nobody what?
About anything dealing with relationships. Hold on. Here's why. Because I lost my once again. I lost my parents at a young age.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when it came, what did he say?
I'm trying to piece it together.
I put dick in her mind if it's just still.
If it just sits still.
I put dick in her mind.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Duran. Go on.
Duran.
But no, I understand. I also understand what he's saying.
Yeah, but go on. Because I'm not interested.
So, no, truthfully, I have watched. I looked at things that were successful, and I was always a reader.
See, you read.
Yeah.
She don't read.
Chanie definitely don't read.
Listen, I read. I get us there. I read what's necessary. Okay.
But see, that's the problem. Like, that's why everybody want to go to therapy because nobody talk, nobody asks questions. I'm asking questions. I want to know.
I'm asking to a certain extent. It's some things I want to know, just not everything.
No,
I want to know.
I asked as like an older, had the same conversation with a socially awkward person the other day. I told him that's why
because he's socially awkward. He's not conversating.
You're gonna get more socially awkward people now because of social media and things like that. Like they said, the average dude is not getting anything. Yeah. And that's the average, with like 25 of the 25, I think they're still virgins now. With the statistics,
that's not bad though.
Some of them, like they're not getting anything.
Well, that's not good neither.
It's terrible. Well, and they said the most dangerous creature on the planet is a man who's going to be alone. So all of these men that keep thinking that I don't need no woman, is blah 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 blah. They want to be single. Y'all, this dangerous and it's destructive for men to be alone and to be by themselves.
I approve of this message, Tam.
Raising the motherfucking serial killer.
That's what they said. I'm telling you, I read it and they were saying it was psychology. I can't remember all of the gist of it because I be reading so much stuff. But they were saying that they are creating a destructive society because the male, the man, is alone and he's not doing what men are supposed to do, and it's causing it's going to be a destructive society.
And another reason why is because we can't do things with our hands that we used to do.
That's another problem.
So we can't farm, we cannot build. Anytime right now, they have machines out here that will build your whole house in 2 days. Right? It's crazy. It's like how they got a 3D printer. They got a 3D printer for a house.
Wow.
And it's sad.
It's very sad.
Do they just copy and print like a blueprint that you kind of put in?
Yeah,
wow.
You put in a blueprint, and
yes, Duran, that is correct. No, really, it is. I'm telling you because I'll be reading it. He said that's effed up a generation of ankles.
Yeah.
Incels or whatever you're having to put it.
Ankles.
Incels.
Well, it's Carly in the tell
I was like, what is that?
What is the word that you're spelling?
Because I ain't even gonna fumble it.
That's dope.
I fumbled it.
You know why I fuck with
Dorian. I call him Duran. That's my name. He calls me Miss Perfect. His name is Duran. That's for me and him. Y'all can't call him that.
Doronathan.
Well, the reason why I fuck with Dorian, he has a vocabulary. Dorian is very intellectual.
He's very smart.
I'm not gonna say smart. I'm saying intellectual. No, I don't believe in people being smart because when a motherfucker call me when he say I'm smart,
Can we just take it for what it is?
Okay, yeah, like shit.
Oh Lord have mercy. Where we going? What's the topic? Because I don't know where we at.
What are we doing?
Let's go to the topic because I'm tired of y'all.
Girls need to be more charitable to save these fools. I'm gonna be honest, Duran. It's too much foolishness out here for me to be saving.
How much charity we doing?
I'm not Captain Save a Nigga.
Okay. Nor am I raising. Thank you.
What up, Dorian?
Good morning.
The problem with this current generation of young adults right now.
No, what was the word you used? Incels.
Is it incels?
Incels, which is basically.
You was there. I said it.
You ever heard of what they call that, a eunuch? It's in the Bible.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Basically, a man that has no penis.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Right.
That's what they made Ken out of. Go ahead.
I think Paul was a eunuch.
You have a generation where it used to be. There was a time where you had to pick up artists, the manosphere, and as it went on, it turned literally into MAGA after so long, right? This hating women stuff and men go their own way. I remember like really kind of peeping that probably about maybe 15, 16 years ago, like when Obama was still the president. And so now you have a generation of men because all as this occurred, you had the Me Too generation popping in. This is your generation, Brittany. So hear me out. This is no knock on young people.
Oh, I know.
I find that y'all are very intelligent, but the problem is most of your peers read things and don't comprehend, and you don't deep think. Everything is so superficial, so quick that you don't even understand that. Yeah, well, men aren't doing this and men aren't doing that. You are raising and breeding out young men who will be the bootlickers and the foot soldiers of MAGA, who will listen. They've already got an agenda against women anyway. Don't you see it?
Yes.
And so here, I hate to say it, the lack of y'all putting out is the reason why this is fomenting.
Wait, you said the lack.
The lack. Listen, like I used to always come on the show and tell you how easy it was back in the day. We didn't have this much resistance. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have this so-called enlightened generation of young people, and this is y'all, you're standing on the whole principle of Me Too, and so young men aren't having their what they would call their little taste or whatnot, and so now they hate y'all to the point where they may kill you, may rape you, whatever it is, and we create these little keyboard monsters that's going to eventually come out of the closet. In more ways than we want them to, you know what I'm saying? And we as older guys, we see this and we be like, they be looking at us like, man, what, how was it like that in the back in the day? And it's like, we had such toxic, mentality. I ain't gonna say it's toxic. It's just what it is. It's just mentality, right? It's just men's mentality. And y'all created this entire Me Too thing to a point where you got young men who, like Miles was saying, we don't build anything. So I call them the fat elbow crew. They all in the house on keyboards,
playing video games,
on women, playing video games, building up this resentment. And here's the thing. Here's something biological. If you don't bust nuts, all of that buildup is going to create a tension, and you creating. This is why you get these school massacres. This is why you get all of these YNs running around out here. They ain't letting off enough nuts. They have no vocation. They don't know how to talk to y'all.
Well, nobody knows how to talk anyway. That's the problem.
Nobody know how to talk anymore.
Yeah,
People
guys
don't know how to look
hollering
each other in
dudes hollering at girls now.
There's
like really
no eye contact. And it's interesting because I had this conversation with my mom the other day, Dorian, and she, of course, y'all all, and she was like, she was just saying the problem with y'all generation is, one, y'all don't want to work. Yeah, like that's what she said. She said, and two, y'all make everything has to be so deep and it has to be so profound. It has to be this. And she was like, if you like somebody and you were attracted to somebody, you hang out, you go out, you see, different things here and there. And she's like, the problem with our generation, one, we have too much stuff to compare things to. And she said it wasn't like that back in the day. You just had who was in the neighborhood is who you dealt with. Yeah. She said you get with somebody, you like them, and then you figure stuff out.
Yeah,
that's what she said. You figure it out as you go. She's like, you're gonna change. People change.
What I always tell y'all overthink this stuff.
And that's what my mom said.
Yeah, Dorian, you tell me that all the time.
She's like, you make it so difficult. And me personally, because I have that, I try not to. And I'm more like how my mom is. It's like, well, if I'm attracted to somebody and I like you, I want to hang out. I don't care about all the other stuff because it'll work out.
Do you guys feel like it can be too many loopholes if you don't kind of have a concrete plan and or understanding going in, as opposed to just figuring it out?
See, that's that whole
keep
statement
trying to figure
right
stuff
there,
out.
That is just such an overthought. You think, listen, you think you're profound and you think you're deep, but that's not deep. You're just basically moving the goalpost to another thought. And as much as why overthink it? Just let things happen
flow,
It's natural. And see, Brittany's kind of on both sides of it, I could tell, just on her conversation. Just
because
she got the old school. She got the old school, like you fall in love and just let it work all out. But then she has intelligence. So you're also part of the zeitgeist of the Me Too generation. And you're college educated because that's where that all came from. That came off the college campuses.
You're right, it did. I'm not even gonna lie, and especially in our community, because the white counterparts, it was not like that for them.
No,
they did.
No.
Comments funny.
The reason my white counterparts, what they did, they found a dude or they found a girl, and they would do what needs to be done.
That's it.
It was eventually. But I'm saying it was
black
never.
Men are caught up, and our sisters are like, pause, no, from get go. And so you got these dudes are running around. I don't know what else to say.
You were mad. You were mad, Dorian. I'm at the point where it's just like, I just don't even care. Yeah. And the older men are actually winning because they get it. And
more than the younger people.
The older men get it. That. They're also more established.
But they may not be emotionally available.
Girl,
with being older, I'm just saying.
There she go again, Dorian.
They may understand the ideology of what to do, but they may not have the emotional availability to give that, and that's just as bad as a person not knowing what to do.
Thing. He knows how far. You got to understand. By the time a man is 40, how many relationships he's had? Yeah. How many of them went bad? How many of them went good? Right. So he has more depth. Right. Emotionally, I can sit here. See, most men gonna look at you as like something similar to their daughter in the first place, especially if you're younger than him.
That's true,
right? So it's like always a teachable lesson with a guy of a certain age. Now you have some immature people, and the person I was telling you about in the comments that's socially awkward is 62.
Oh, maybe it's over for him.
You can't even talk
I'm
to
thinking he's a little younger. Yeah, that's why I said if they're not emotionally available, it don't matter how old or young they are.
When you're saying they, don't say that because they are men. But I'm gonna tell you the truth too. Men aren't. Why you tend to find that most often in older people is because, like I said before, how many relationships you think he's been through? How many times you think he's been taken down or he's been subjected
he's
to
now dating off of experience.
Mama. Right. So his emotional, he wants you to do this and this and that. And he's wanting to go with someone younger because he feels like, well, I can probably guide her a little bit more. But the
Which makes
emotional
sense.
part, when y'all bringing up all these, look, a woman in my age having a conversation with her is almost impossible.
I can understand that. It's hard
Because she's set in her ways at that point.
Yeah,
and she done been through so much.
And so has he. So
Yeah.
imagine on the outside looking in, a young person trying to compete with that. Well, I can take a young lady and have so in that same night, right? We go to Starters on Woodward. I got me some carry out. I'm not. Listen, I'm not flirting with nobody.
Else besides Starters? My God,
It's the vibe.
Listen. I was at the Jolly Old Timers. You ever heard of that?
No, because it had old timers in it. But go on, just finish.
It was before our time.
There was a young lady that worked for the post office there. It was her birthday, and it was my man's birthday that was 62, right? And so we there, and I'm talking back and forth with her, and she's trying to overanalyze me like she know me. And so after roasting her and putting her in her place without being an asshole, I paid for her dinner. I'm like, well, because she's sitting there by herself. Is this her 37th birthday? And I'm like, damn, you know. And clearly you got a
homegirl. Wow.
Okay.
She got problems.
37.
Got a good job. Beautiful. But you sitting there by yourself because you done price yourself out the market. In the sense of with your attitude. And so here this older gentleman who don't want your number. Yeah, but hey, what you get? I got it. No problem. I was generous that day. And that's all I do. So because at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out why y'all overanalyzing this stuff. How you think you got here? How you think Granny and them got here?
I think that happens.
Chanie don't ask her grandma no questions.
But see, look, I think that happens though, Dorian, because more times than not, it has happened in the past. So to think you're just about to move on to something else, and none of those things, are gonna be similar. It's very naive to think.
I think there's a lot of weak people out here. You gonna get hurt. It's called love. You're taking a risk. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. You're gonna get rejected more than not.
Because of how things have been working, people not just too privy to do that now.
You know what, guys?
So you have to understand that. Like we're not coming from our first heartbreak here.
You have no choice. I'm gonna tell you why you have no choice.
That first heartbreak, you like, okay, I'm ready to jump back in and maybe give it another try. After your third or fourth, you're like, dang, okay, let me be a little bit more strategic in how I move or who I give my time to, who I talk to,
but that's
who I
life.
Spend time with.
That's life.
That's life.
That is life.
Look, if we had to look at relationships from a NBA 3-point shooting standpoint, right? If 40% of the shots going in, right, you are considered a dead eye shooter. If you can shoot 30-40%, right, on average, that means that you've missed out of 10 shots. Guess how many shots you've missed? 6. So you got a lot of people that's married. You got a lot of people that's happy that's shooting at 40%. They're not worried about them 6 misses that occurred. You get what I'm saying?
I'm shooting at 75.
Well, listen, we can try if we want to, but life be life, and people you can't control where they're at and how you may feel about them.
You know, I get that, and people are going to change. Things are going to change. I just feel like you're going to have to make the adjustments, and I think that's part of life.
As you go, yeah.
And that's just how I look at it.
If you're expecting perfection out of humans,
no, I don't
you're gonna fail and get disappointed every time.
I expect adjustments. You have to know how to pivot.
Well, true, but at the same time, you have to also have some sense of knowing that sometimes the labor and the strife is worth the time, because I would hate to have went through this world to have never loved anybody, so protecting my feelings, and I don't want to be protected, I don't want to be hurt, that I'm alone, and then they're just gonna find me with my cats eat me. Okay,
that's so sad.
You know what I'm saying?
But it happens.
Yeah,
it happens. It's unfortunate, but that don't have to be the way. And also, too, we're not here to not be here for not to procreate.
Yeah.
And humans need to be with each other. We're not here to be isolated animals. We're not cats.
No, I agree with that. Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Speaking of cats, good morning, Katisha.
Hey, Katisha.
So I'm going to just leave y'all with that. I just thought
Thank you so much, Dorian. We appreciate you.
10 minutes over. My bad.
No, you're fine. Well,
it's Friday. We gave you a little extra.
No, but thank you so much. We do appreciate it, Dorian.
Thank you, Duran.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
He's like, that's what I needed.
My name for him. It's Duran.
Yeah. Listen, I love giving people nicknames, so I get it.
We know
that's
you give everybody one.
Yeah, that's
I have to give you a nickname. If I give you a nickname, that means we cool.
That's it.
Let's get into the topic, because Mark asked me, what is the topic?
Mark is funny.
What is that topic? Everybody want to be... Okay. They don't even know what that means, Mark.
Look, Dorian said he's trying to. I'm not Dorian. Mark said he's trying to get.
Okay.
At least it's not in the gutter. He want to get it from out of the gutter.
Yes, Sam, he does like to say nuts just a little too much. That's Doran for you.
I approve
Mark,
of this,
you
Mark.
should be tired of porn.
I approve of this.
I don't know why y'all like watching that boring stuff anyway. Okay, Mark. Thank you for that. Maybe you need to use a different solution.
That's why I was literally laughing when Dorian was on the phone because the comments are so funny.
Yeah, Dorian. Mark got some stuff going on.
Shout out to you, Tam.
Yes, Tam, that's my cut. Let It Flow by Tony Braxton. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Okay, so the topic for today is kind of tying into what we were already talking about.
Online scares.
Online scares.
Are we talking about like regular online scares or are we talking about like dating online scares?
Oh, let's do that.
What is Lolita? Hey, Lolita.
Good morning.
She says sometimes our job, our purpose is to share our love or give love to those who have never experienced it or had it.
That's true.
I can agree with that,
Some people are put in your life just to show you how to properly be loved, but they're not supposed to stay there always.
I can give you that. But we have to open up the door, ladies and gentlemen.
We do have to open up. So let's rephrase that.
Oh, online dating scares. Lord have mercy. Jesus. Okay.
So when did online dating even become popular? Because before, a lot of people didn't want to say that they were doing online dating because it was like, oh, you doing online dating? Oh, you must not be able to get nobody in real life.
Like the whole misconception of online dating. It's like, you can't talk to nobody. You can't do this.
Exactly.
And do that.
You ain't popping. You ain't. But one of the biggest scares would be,
I think it's more
the person actually being them.
No, one of the biggest scares is popping up missing. That's what
that is because the person is not really them.
Who they say that you because like I don't know, like they used to do movies on Lifetime about online dating, and it would usually be like these old perverted men.
Oh yes, Tam, call in. That's the number.
What did Tam say?
She said, "Baby, I'm about to have to call in."
Yes, Tam, please call in, Tam. Tam, please.
And Mark said, "Oh."
You had some online nightmares. Okay, so in Lifetime they had the Lifetime movies where it was scary because it'd be originals. Like perverted men was messing with like little kids, right? So I think that was like the original scare.
Oh, but good morning, Mom. Love you too.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom, we gonna talk. Yeah. We have got to talk about Chanie. But no.
So that's cutie.
But
good morning, Richard.
Hey, Richard. Ballin'. But I think that that was the first initial thing because we live in a social media world and this digital world. I think that's more common than anything. More accepting. And I look at it like even if you meet somebody on Instagram or Facebook, like it's all the same.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it just me? I don't really get nervous, and I know that I shouldn't.
You don't get nervous
give that much benefit of the doubt. But when I kind of meet a person online, I'm not like, oh my God, is they gonna be them? I'm not that nervous, but I know that stuff happens.
I need to look at your face.
That's
it. Hey, caller.
Hey y'all.
Hey Sam. She loves it. Look at her. She loves it.
Good morning.
I got the office right quick.
Okay. Gotta make a quick little phone call.
But I gotta tell y'all, that online dating stuff, it is scary because when he talked about them incels, they be out here in the real world inseling. I call myself gonna be, forward thinking. I done got on the little dating app, okay? I ain't gonna tell y'all which one it was. Don't trust none of them. That's all I'm saying. So I done got on this app. I met this man for coffee, okay? Do y'all know, in a matter of 15 minutes, because that's how long it lasted, because I had to walk out on him, this man had told me I wasn't capable of being a wife because my mama was the only person that was in my household. I wasn't trained up right. Meanwhile, he hated his mama. He done told me this in the day. Then, because I didn't have no kids, this man told me that my vagina didn't work.
What?
I was flabbergasted.
After 15 minutes, sir, you don't even know me. Did you even order the coffee?
In the real world, I thought they were only on the internet. But baby, they exist in the real world.
They exist in the real world.
And I ain't never been on a dating app since.
Listen, 15 minutes, Sam. Did you even get to order the coffee?
I got my coffee and my cheese Danish. We were at the Starbucks. And by the time I finished my drink, I was walking the door. I said, I'm going to go ahead and excuse myself. He was like, yeah, I think you should. I was like, Oh, baby, I just dodged the bullet.
You came with too much heart. Yeah.
But, okay, so let me ask you this: before y'all got to the coffee date, what was like the exchange, like the interaction before you even went on a date?
I'm gonna give you honesty. Very short. You know what I'm saying? Because I do better with in-person interaction anyway. I can pick up more on people in person than I can over the phone or over the internet and stuff.
Okay.
So I purposely wanted to connect with him in person for something short, real quick, a little piece of coffee in the morning time, on the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Public place type of thing. And I'm glad that I did. That was my quick little piece of, you know, by the time I met up with him, drive time, talk to him on the phone, he got a little piece of 3 hours out of me. It's cool.
Okay. Well, it, like you said, it was forward thinking, and you did it.
At least you found out early instead of wasting time.
You didn't waste time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and before I go back into my office, I just want to say that I absolutely love the Rise and Grind morning show.
Oh, we love
thank you, Tim. Love you.
Tim,
and I'll see you next week.
Yes.
See you next week.
Okay.
I will see y'all next week.
Tim gonna be in the building almost all next week.
Yeah.
I am.
Yes. Looking forward to it, Tim. Always.
All right, y'all.
Have a good day at work.
All right. Thanks for calling, Tim.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Good morning, Jada.
What it do? So
Jada has such good energy.
Here go Tom. Was he light skin? He probably was.
It's giving.
I'm gonna say this.
It's giving light.
As a person that has dated light skin and dark skin,
Tam, drop it in the comments.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
You know, so I've had
light skins lead with emotion.
Yeah, they very emotional. I call them EANs. We'll tell you about it later. But I have done online dating, and it's been cool. Like, I haven't had too many psychos.
Yes,
but I am the type of person, like, because on some of the apps you can actually like video chat with someone, so you don't even have to exchange numbers or anything like that. You could actually video chat and see their face and stuff like that. And I always kind of recommend that because you could get a feel for like,
that's true.
That's true. You know what I'm saying?
Beforehand,
I am very. I like to pat myself on the back. I can judge character pretty well.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty cool with that. So after the initial like first conversation that I may have over the phone,
Mark said, "Cap, I think that was still light skin."
Mark, you not no. That light skin.
He's
though.
not. He's more caramel.
Chris Brown is light skin, but I always like recommend a conversation so you can kind of get a vibe for like, okay, they draw on the phone, they this, they that, they talk too much, they did, you know, like that's kind of how I do it. And then I'll do a small date like what Tim did, like go get ice cream, go get a smoothie, go get something like that.
That way we're not investing too much money, too much time into this until I actually see like, hey, I'm assessing character right now. Do I like you? Are we cool? Are we vibing? Yeah.
Jada said,
online dating scares. Please, ladies, just for safety purposes, please send your location to a friend.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell them that you're going. Tell them who you're gonna be with. Like anything. Like just let someone know your whereabouts, and that's just for safety purposes.
Jada said someone said the same thing to me, Tim, and I wasn't even trying to date him.
Oh, see,
my God. What is wrong with these people?
How you fumble a bag that wasn't even like what?
No, I mean it's. I think just dating in general is just different because you can meet people like Tim said. You can meet them outside,
and it'd be the same.
It'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
I always say people are lying, right? Because you talk to people that are single and they out here dating, and you be like, "Oh, what you looking for? What you want?" Everybody has the same answer.
Yeah.
So for me, if this person's looking for that and you're looking for that,
heavy on to keep the strap. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just how I feel. Mm-hmm. That's just how I look at it. So I just think dating is just different and scary.
Online dating scares can be the person not maybe matching up to their bio.
I don't care about that part. I care about that.
No, because why you're already letting me know that you're leading with lies. Because why would you sit up there and put that on your bio?
My thing is, if you don't look like yourself,
to edit it.
If you don't look like yourself,
that's another thing.
That is the scare. Like, don't come over here.
Don't catfish. Don't.
All your pictures got hats on. That means you bald. The hairline receding. So
very much something.
You not taking body shots full length. Something ain't right with the body. Yeah.
I feel like dudes be feeling like that with us though. Like if we don't take full body shots, like if she always taking a selfie and it's like angled here.
That's true.
Some people do be knowing their angles. Some people do know their angles.
They be using pictures from 10 years ago. Like Listen, you are not that size anymore. You don't look like that anymore.
Pictures, I'm like, no way, because the last picture I posted on Instagram was in 2020.
Yeah, no.
We're in 2025.
Yeah, so we almost in 2026.
Exactly. This is why I personally don't give my Instagram, but for that reason. Just update your social media. Please.
But again, so how I look at even Jane was like the catfish. The catfish would be wild.
The catfishing.
This is why I tell y'all, do a video. You can video call on Instagram. You can video call on Facebook.
Like, what about people that video calling you looking at the ceiling?
No. This conversation is over. This conversation is over.
I don't want you to see me yet. What if I'm in my bonnet and you just randomly FaceTime me? I'm not ready for you to see me like that yet. What if this is the first initial impression?
Actually prefer to see you like that. They want to see what you look like naturally.
And a first impression?
Yes. They want to see. Because they're not looking at what you think they're looking at.
How do you feel about that? Give us a call at 810-560-0658. Or women, if you feel comfortable with letting a guy see you in your bonnet or, your jammies.
I have no problem.
On first initial face, no.
Because I know what they're looking at.
You're gonna look at my neck. They're looking at my eyes. You're gonna look at the ceiling if my shigamabobs is not together.
They looking at your teeth. They looking at your neck. They looking at your eyes. They not looking at that bonnet.
They not. Yes, they are.
No,
they may lead with that. Oh, what's in your bonnet?
Well,
you gotta
be proud of yourself. That's the problem. You gotta be proud.
Say we not proud.
You're not proud of yourself.
I just don't think I would want him to do that.
Mark said, I met a chick online, went to meet her. She catfished me. She didn't have any furniture. She ended up showing me she could. Oh.
9 Newport 100.
What?
The shorts.
What?
And a bottle of Boone's. I don't know what that is, but it may.
You must have met her on Tinder. That sounds like a Tinder woman.
It's okay. Mark, you may have dodged a bullet.
You dodged a major bullet.
That could be for protection.
So you went to her house, Mark? No, that's scary. That's a little dangerous.
He said, I went to meet her. She catfished me. She didn't have any furniture.
So he must have went to the house.
No furniture. Yeah, was it at least air mattress?
I just need to know, Mark, what you were at her house. Don't go to houses.
Okay, so here's the thing. Are you sitting on the floor with the dude? If he like, hey, I just moved in.
I'm not going to his house. What are you talking about?
Not off the first. I'm just saying, like,
I'm not going to his house. What are you talking about? Baby, I'm outside at the park. I need to be
because some dudes like, hey, if you not rocking with me when I ain't got nothing, then
listen. Again, I'm not going to his house.
It was Moco Space. What's that? What's Moco Space?
I don't know what that is.
All right. Call in, Mark. What was that?
Call in, Mark, because we don't know what that is.
Good morning, Cal. Good morning, Todd.
I'm not going to his house.
Okay, Lolita said, be in your whole true self because that will let you know if they just want a trophy babe. They are only in it for the looks. I get that. You would want somebody to accept you for you and really know that they're looking at you and really like you. Because if you see me in my bonnet and then I really do step out and, get myself together or take that bonnet off, you can be like, oh.
I know who I am.
Ow.
And I know what they looking at.
I'm just probably not gonna do the first interaction with the bonnet.
But see, that's because you probably
when I get comfortable with you, I'm gonna throw in a bonnet.
Then you lying about something.
I'm not lying.
You lying about something.
How I'm gonna show up on that first call is how I'm gonna show up when I see you in person.
That's a lie. You probably gonna see me in this bonnet 80% of the relationship more than you gonna see me stepping out.
Listen, got time for that. When a woman step out, she step out.
Y'all be lying. Women we don't be lying. Women be lying.
Okay, that's interesting. Lolita said that's like a do-rag. I personally prefer you not to wear a do-rag on the first interaction.
If he have his do-rag on, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He's gonna be in the do-rag 80%. See, that's the thing. Y'all don't understand.
A do-rag is not bad.
Chanie, you're not about to be in your lashes 80% of the relationship.
No, he'll see me without them.
He gonna see you without them more than he's gonna see you with them. Correct?
So my thing is,
I don't want you to be thinking that this the package.
Thank you, Todd. The problem is people get too comfortable too soon. Don't do that.
You
too
crazy?
Soon.
You crazy?
I don't know.
This is the first conversation.
Exactly.
On the video chat.
Why am I in a bonnet? Why are you in a do-rag?
Remember that?
Now, if you had on a little hat, if you had a little hat with a little pony, and maybe your hair wasn't done and it was like the little, crinkly pony fresh out the braid take down, cool. Are you in jogging pants? Cool.
I'm not wearing no bonnet on the first date. But if this is a conversation and it is at 9:30 at night and I have to look at you, baby, the
I'm gonna get up and take my bonnet off. Give me 5. Just give me 5 minutes.
I'm about to angle this camera. I'm about to put the light on me correctly. I'm not doing all of that.
I need to get my lighting together. Give me 5 minutes, especially when you just FaceTime me out of the blue.
I'm not doing all of that.
Make an appointment. Make a FaceTime appointment.
I'm not doing all of that.
Please.
Hey, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
So I kind of agree with both of y'all. So off the initial video, like, I don't know if I want to. I know I'm not gonna have no do-rag on. I ain't from New York, but I don't know if the first video I want to see that. But I have been in a situation where I've seen somebody out and they comfortable, bonnet on and stuff like that. But you can see past that. Like, we see the potential past the bonnet.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's just what's holding the hair. But that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, cause you ain't gonna want me if I smoke cigarettes and we on the first video call. I'm hitting a new. You see the smoke in the background. Like
you right. I'm not. You're absolutely right.
And it depends on the time of the video and what's going on.
Thank you.
I don't know, because we might get to talking and laughing and we don't even remember that a bonnet and do-rag is even a factor.
That's true. You see, I said 9:30 at night.
The vibes can be vibing.
Well, yeah, 9:30 at night if we texting and we kicking and be like, you know what, let's video call.
Exactly.
I expect you to get up and get your lip gloss popping and shit. That's why I said I agree with both.
Just give me 5 minutes.
I'm not. Oh no.
Let me catch you in your
gloss on.
And I want to make sure you got a headboard too, because you probably gonna be in the bed at 9:30.
So Tom, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if the bonnet would be on if it's like 9:30 at night, but if it's like in midday,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that at 9:30. Yes, I'm taking it down. But if it's in the middle of the day and you want to FaceTime, then that's something totally different.
And then, Shan, you got to think about like this. Like, while we talking at that 9:30 call, she might want me to take my do-rag off, and she might take her bonnet off, but we not judging on it. Like, well, let me see. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let me see what's under there.
So, Tom, let me ask you a question then. You really not looking at the bonnet, are you? On the woman?
I'm not. At 9:30 at night, that's going to give her a plus. If it's 9:30 at night and we talking, and she comfortable enough to come on there, I'm going to respect it.
That's interesting. Is it because she's at home at that time of hour? And
exactly. You were relaxing. You were relaxing, so this wasn't even part of the plan for us to be on the phone.
Right, because it was random. Okay, I see where y'all coming from.
But if I do have my bonnet on, it's at night.
Now, I'm just learning the difference from wig and the regular hair, so don't tell me give you 10 minutes, because I be telling my daughters and them, let me know, because you don't know, like, I be getting fooled. Like, it's some dope ass wigs out here. Shout out to the women that rock the wigs, and I'll be thinking it's y'all real head and shit.
I got a few of them, baby. I got a few of them. But no, you're right. That is true.
Okay, Tone, I understand where you're coming from in that sense. Like you said, if the vibes are vibing, you're not even going to worry about the bonnet. I'm just looking at it because you know those guys that be like, oh, the girls is in their bonnet, I don't want to see that. Or if they just see it too much within their relationship, they be like, yeah, she was all looking good and spruced up in the beginning, and now she then got comfortable and then lost herself, and now she just wearing the bonnet. So I feel like how you start something is how you finish it.
I agree with that.
I understand that part.
You also need to be, if you're not that nigga that's paying to keep that hair up, she might need that bonnet on.
But you know I look at it differently than what you're saying, right? Because I know what is attractive on me, and I know what men find attractive on me. Okay. So as long as those assets are highlighted, I don't care.
Yeah. And you've been told that.
Let me ask y'all how y'all feel about this. How do y'all feel about every time y'all see a guy, he got that do-rag line on his head?
That means that
it bothers me.
I don't like that.
It bothers me.
Don't do that unless we about to come out.
And give your hair some circulation, motherfucker.
Yeah, no. If we going out, I don't mind the line, because I didn't probably tie mine down to make sure my edges is secure too, and I may have a little line too, but don't just have it all the time.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The wave caps, like, you may lose it like that. Just let it breathe, like you said. Just let it breathe.
Let it breathe. And don't be in it all the time.
That's true.
And don't be in the hat all the time.
That's true. Mark said can't trust a chick with no headboard.
How are y'all sleeping? How are they sleeping? No disrespect. If you don't have one, I understand. Times is hard.
No shot to those that don't have one.
Yeah, Scott said you can only get caught rocking the bonnet once in the daytime. Twice, I need some explaining done.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not wearing a bonnet during the day.
You gotta judge it off of personality too. Like some people just don't care and they about to go run with the pajamas on. They about to be out and about, and you see them like that a lot now. Every now and again, it's an urgency. You run out, but if every time I see you talking about don't mind my outfit, no motherfucker,
I'm
you
a
should
mind.
mind.
So Tom, so have you done online dating?
So I haven't, right? I've talked to one person. One person has jumped in my inbox.
Okay.
Period. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. And I'm not gonna say one person has jumped in. I've allowed one person to, because I'm like paranoid than a motherfucker. So I'll be thinking like, who sent you? So
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna. I know somebody. I know somebody that actually online dated, and he went to. I don't know what made him go to the Brewster Projects anyway. But they lined him up, robbed him and everything. He had to escape that house. Like the person I know personally.
That's
like he got shot that night and everything. So you can't really trust that. Like if somebody wants you, they're sick of one. The quickest way to end the beef is to stick a woman on a nigga, especially if she's a cockhound.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't do it. I got a lot of family that do it. Look at this one. Look at that. All right, cool. I'm not with it.
Gotcha. Just because of your previous,
but that makes sense. I've always said that.
It does. You have to be very careful.
Tammy said something. I like to see it in person. So if I don't want to force meet somebody. If I bump into you, if I meet you, I want it to be organic. I don't want to go online to meet nobody. Because I kind of like, if it wasn't for podcasting, I wouldn't be on social media no more because the shit's starting to get irritating.
It's getting weird.
Everybody is the man or the woman on there. Everybody just winning. Everybody Barack and Michelle.
I swear.
The dope man, the biggest killer. I hate that.
Yeah. So do you guys take online dating seriously, or you be like, I know, I'm just fooling around right now. I'm just having fun, or do you actually go on there thinking like I can find my person? And Tone, I'm just hypothetically speaking, if you were to, online date.
If I were to online date, I would. I don't know. I can't even wrap my mind around online dating because I like to get on about. Like when I was coming up, we hitting the mall to get numbers, stuff like that. So I want to be able to. Ain't no more malls, but we got a lot of places that we can function and move around. Like. I just don't want, I'm messed up with online shopping, so I really just can't just focus on online dating. But if I did, it would probably be just you can find love anywhere. I'm not gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what? You can find love.
I have friends that met their husbands online. I have friends that met some of their husbands online. I think it's just a matter of you and who you are and how you set the tone for yourself.
What you want.
Yeah, because you can meet people out at the gas station and they still psycho.
Even
most
worse.
Most of the guys seek the women with the big booty and all that online, and she ain't nothing like what you trying to settle down with. So once you start catching feelings for her, you want her to change how you met her. This how you met her. Why you want her to not be her no more?
Yes. That's how you start things, how you finish it. And I feel like that's the thing. A lot of people move off of potential. Like, I'm going to get with her. I'm going to be able to change her. Or I'm going to be able to change him. Or they not going to do that. Or I got the sauce where, maybe I can persuade them. And then when they find out that's not the case, that's when they either want to leave, break up, cheat, or whatever case may be. Because they like, dang, I just can't get through. Or they're still not who I want them to be. So.
Yeah. I'm not doing online dating or church. I don't want to meet nobody.
I tell you not to go to church because they're not there. Go to Target, y'all. That's where I be at.
Target.
Yeah, Target.
You can actually
Which
shop
Target
in peace.
you be going to?
I can't tell you all that.
Okay,
bye, let me get back with
people like, let me go ahead and get off this phone before I get in trouble.
Yeah. No, but y'all already know what it is. It is that time. It is that time. We thank y'all for tapping in with us. We about to go on a quick little break, and we're going to bring it back to y'all with these online dating scares. Y'all, please keep it coming. Call in if y'all have online dating scares. Please give us a call at 810-560-0658 because I want to hear y'all stories. I want to know, where y'all meeting people that if you're not online. We're gonna go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
When it comes to life insurance, let's stop the GoFundMe epidemic. 46% of people of color die without adequate life insurance. Invest in your legacy from day one with your children and grandchildren. I'm Stephanie Coney, owner of the London consulting firm located in Southwest Detroit. Contact me at 313-895-7070.
Or visit londonconsultingfirm.com.
I don't know what you gotta do or how you gotta do it. Just save my daughter.
Our medical teams have exhausted all viable options for her. I'm very sorry for your loss.
The craziest part is you looked out for me more than you did the whole time I was pregnant.
Did you ever once think what this poly bullshit would do to Bria?
You better speak!
You already think we can't walk and chew gum at the same time?
I thought we could be something special.
You gotta fix it, man! Fix it! Fix it!
What kind of man you think I am?
I don't know.
You took a part of my soul, but I'd still give you more.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show. Hey y'all, welcome back. Hey. I was eating my strawberries. To answer Tam's question, I'm not boycotting Target. I'm still there. I just don't go as much.
Cal said online dating or no? Online date. No,
he said online dating ? No sir. Left.
Got you. So one of the one of the online dating scares for you is for me, and then just in general, not knowing who else that person has talked to in the past.
That's at the gas station.
That can happen at the gas station. No. I'm just saying, like, whether it's one of your friends or family members or whatever. I've noticed now that the world is very small.
So you say your family members might have talked to this person?
Yeah.
You don't share stuff with your family?
No. But here's the thing. Y'all
dating in the same age bracket?
No. That's the thing. I was younger at that time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wouldn't have known. But it was just scary because as soon as I found that, I'm like, oh, sorry, I got to block you. I got to get up out of there.
Wait.
Yep. That's the thing.
So there was a particular person that your online cousin... I mean, the guy was online and he dated your cousin?
But he
liked you?
Yeah, but he didn't know. Because, on online, you are not... Your friends don't pop up, essentially. Who you're friends with don't pop up.
A particular online webs, like
a particular site. They don't let you know who your mutual friends are. Gotcha. So they're just seeing me just based off of my profile. And you know how you send a little picture to the group chat. Hey, da-da-da-da, ooh, ba, ba, ba. And I was like, oh.
They have groups on
that is scary.
They have groups on Facebook where they say, hey, sis, is this your man? And they have women that actually post pictures.
You have to, though, nowadays.
I have a friend, a homegirl.
You have to.
In the doggone group. I'm like, why did you get in the group? She's like, I wanted to know.
You have to know.
But she said, it's funny. So she's just in the group just to be nosy.
Just to know.
Well, okay.
That happens more times than not.
It's called, I don't know if it still exists, but it was called Hey Sis, Is This Your Man? And they would post pictures of the dudes that they were talking to. And they would be like, hey, I talked to him. You talked to him. Like, oh. See? Okay.
Is this your man?
There are groups like, is this your man? And you can post pictures.
You have to now. Yes, you have to now. Because he may not tell you. But the females, if they not petty or in secret competition or got animosity, they'll tell you like, hey sis, do y'all know him? Or I was talking to him, or he was in my such and such inbox. It's sad that we have to do that now, but
they're all recycled. Mark said, I met a chick online who used to date my brother back in the day. I banged her anyway. She was okay, Mark.
She was fine.
Okay, Mark.
Mark, like, listen, I ain't come looking for her. She came looking for me. Okay. It's a thing. It really happens.
I don't really know.
And sometimes you don't even know until after the damage is done or after you went on it. Luckily for me, it only went as far as a few, back and forth messages on the app, and then of course you could take the picture from the app, and that's what got sent to the chat. And when I
so you did a hey cuz, is this your man?
And when I got an LOL back, I said, oh, this is bad, because he wasn't a bad looking guy. So I'm like, okay, the LOL indicates.
So at least you had honest cousins.
That's it.
Hey cuz, is this your man?
That's it.
I think to join a group like Hey sis, is this your man? I feel like that's so embarrassing for me to do. I'd much rather just not even.
I don't think it's embarrassing, because I feel like women do that more often in the beginning than anything. So at that point, they like, hey, I dodged a bullet. I saved time. I saved myself getting into feelings for real, because now I know.
Okay, Tam said, y'all gonna make me call it. I got another story. I did meet him online, though, but he was meeting hella women in there. Tam, please tell us.
No, Tam, step in the hall.
Yeah, go back in the office. Because I'm sure you got a lot of stories. I have some crazy stories, but they not like wow to that degree. Like, cause I'm a pretty good judge of character. Yeah. So I know, like, I don't set myself up for, like, I know it's about to be some trash. I'm like, this about to be trash. So
but when you're on an app, and I don't know how all of them are set up, but you can either go right, check, left, X.
Well, white swipe on, looking like a red swipe on Tinder. Like, if you go to the right, that means you like them.
And so that's really all that it gives you, along with their bio. So you wouldn't know.
No, but I'm saying off of conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peep that, like something off. Yeah.
Like, I pay attention to if I feel like I'm trying to pull questions out of you or do things out of you. I'm not out in the conversation. Yeah. Like, so it'd be stuff like that for me. Yeah. Like, I'll get rid of the stuff. I'll dead it quick.
That's true. They said discernment is being able to know things before it actually plays out.
I'll dead stuff quick. So I don't have like so many horror stories like some people, because it's like, I'm gonna, this is that. I know where this is going. You know what I'm saying? But that's in person. If I feel like I have to pull questions out of a dude, or he's not showing interest, or he's not asking me questions, I'm done.
Yeah, but I feel like in person that's more of a reason to be done. Now, if y'all texting and it becomes a little dry, it would deter me. I'd be like, oh, I ain't really feeling it. But they may be a person like Tam was saying. I do better with in person interaction, so I might give you enough to get where we going in person.
I got you.
But for me, don't be dry.
Video call.
Don't be.
I'm telling y'all.
I really don't like that though.
Video call would solve 80% of your problems.
Don't video call me unless you set up an appointment.
This is why y'all have horror stories. This is why y'all have horror stories. I'm gonna meet you in person.
Now, if you're my friend, you my girl, we just kicking it. Sure, FaceTime me whenever. I don't care.
I'm not wasting my gas. I'm not wasting the outfit. I'm not wasting my time. Y'all video call. You're gonna solve 80% of the issues right there, because you already know of that first call, that first look.
Here's the thing. I don't want to necessarily FaceTime you on day one, because I'm still building up the infatuation of you on the
Okay,
scene.
so put it like this. Let me break it down for you. You're only gonna FaceTime if you feel a vibe. That's
via text.
You don't. Yes. Like if the conversation, you know how the conversation goes. Like, oh, okay, this is cool. Okay,
I want to keep building up that before you just come crush it with that FaceTime call.
Because that's how y'all. That's why y'all be in delusion. Because y'all didn't create this. This is why it sucks, right? This is why people get ghosted. I'm about to break it down for you. This is why y'all get ghosted. Because y'all want to text and go back and forth on the text, and then you create it. Oh, he sound like this in his head, because you're reading the text message in your mind as if this is how he sounds.
Now I got your voice.
Now you got his voice. That's not real. Yeah. So then now y'all go in person. Nah, the vibes was cool on the text message. Now you meet him in person. It's like, I'm not attracted. I don't like him. Yeah. So to eliminate that problem, if the texting is cool, next step, cool little quick video chat, check the vibe. You like it. Now we go on a date. I'm trying to save y'all time and money and heartache.
So are you calling via phone first before the video call, or are you going straight to text and a video call?
I feel like, okay. It depends.
Because it's levels.
Now, if they got a little Android, that little weak phone.
I got to send you the link to FaceTime.
You know what I'm saying? We're probably going to do a phone call. Now, if you have an iPhone or something like that, we can video call. But like I said, some of these apps, you could just video call on the app. You don't necessarily have to give them your number. So this is why
I need information.
There's levels to this, and there's steps to this. Like people, this is why y'all have horror stories, because y'all not properly vet people. Like I got this down.
Vet your people. Vet your people.
I have done online dating. I haven't had no issues with it to that degree. Like, it's cool. I've had some of my best dates were from dudes that I met online. So that's why it's like, yo, it's a science to this. It's a science.
Now, online scare. How do you guys feel? Definitely give us a call, 810-560-0658. How do you feel as far as online dating with people moving too fast? And that's getting your number or texting each other on the app, getting each other number, FaceTime, and now y'all going out all within the same week.
What is the difference between you meeting somebody at the gas station or meeting them at Target? Sorry, Tam. And it's the same concept. What's the difference?
Oh, it's so funny that
y'all putting a time limit.
Oh man.
Y'all keep putting,
because it just happened.
It did. Y'all keep putting a time limit on how things should move, and I think you should be, if you're meeting somebody online, you should be meeting within the first week or so. You're wasting your time.
Within the first week.
You're wasting your time.
Is that too quick? Call it in the air.
It's Tam again.
Hey, Tam.
Now, see, y'all done made me go get in the car. Now I'm in the car. I had to put the air conditioning on and everything.
Okay, because my window's up. I got something to say.
Listen, how much time I got?
Let's get it.
What you got to say?
Okay, so boom, check it. I'm at this one the old-fashioned way, at a good old kickback. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So me and him from out of state, right?
Mm-hmm.
So laying it on thick, very charming. I want to see you again. We're gonna have us another little situation. I want to make sure you come out. Here goes some money to make sure you got gas and everything. Come see me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, I like this energy.
Mm-hmm.
He gone back to where he from and everything. We still kicking it, long distance type of thing. he invited me to come out there and see him and everything. I said, hi, okay then. Well, if my homegirl can pull up with me, I feel like that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He like, okay then, great, no problem. Bet. So somehow this plan that we had originally didn't come through. Okay, so then he invited me to go somewhere again, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then it didn't happen. All of a sudden, Tam ain't getting, my hotel stuff. I ain't getting no flight information. I'm like, something in the buttermilk ain't clean, right? Boom. So got my one homegirl. She like Inspector Gadget. She's gonna find out all the tea in like 24 hours. Okay. So by the time I told her what his name was, where he was from, in a few hours she called me back. She said she got in touch with his ex-girlfriend. She told her, go ahead, get in touch with the look him up. They got like their version of Otis. Looked him up on there, and that state's version of, hey girl, is this your man?
Shout out to that homegirl.
He was on there. When I tell you, he might not have met me online, but he was meeting a whole bunch of other girls online, and I'll tell you, baby was scamming.
Crazy
like
word.
A whole scammer. The chicks was putting the screenshots in there. So my friend then went in there and pulled the screenshots and brought them back to me. Like, baby, he's a scammer. Like, was asking women to pay for his gas, even though he had a BMW, was asking women to pay his rent and had never seen him before. Baby, the online
Not the rent.
Wow. The rent, honey. And then let me tell you how he tried to play me though. So we supposed to go on this little piece of trip or whatever, Aspen and whatnot, right? So he's steady like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna send you your information, I'm gonna send you this, I'm gonna send you that. I said, okay, we getting closer to the date. And I said, hey, I ain't got nothing. So he acting like he big and bad. He got his assistant, quote unquote, sending me all this information, sending me emails and whatnot. He worked for this hotel chain or whatever. Baby, do you know every time I was getting an email, it was from like a Gmail. It was a Gmail. Like, yes,
at least something was sent. But still.
Wow.
It was a Gmail. And I'm just like, no, I know you can't possibly think I'm boo-boo the fool.
I know you are.
Meanwhile, on the other end, we ended up finding out, like, he had a whole criminal record. Like, DV. So, I mean, it was a wrap anyway for when he didn't make sure that I had my plate and everything situated. Like, it was a no-go then. I just wanted to see how far this thing was going to go. And sure enough, like, he was a whole scammer. Like, he would be like, oh, yes, I'm over this apartment for this hotel chain. Meanwhile, his ex-girlfriend is like, he ain't got no job. And when he did work there, he worked at the front desk.
Oh,
like,
no.
Scamming.
Wow. And he was in person.
And here's the thing, the people that actually went for it is the wildest, because how you paying a man's rent and you ain't even seen him? What was he saying?
They wasn't though.
Okay.
Now, I will say this, like, from the messages, whatever, it was like more so women being like, oh, he crazy, just check him out. Look what he tried to do.
Is okay.
Yeah,
good. Because I'm like, what is he saying? How is it working? That's crazy.
He was charming, but he wasn't that damn charming.
Okay. Okay.
That's wild. Okay. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that.
No, seriously, Tam, but I'm glad you essentially dodged a bullet.
Absolutely. And shout out to the homegirl.
Yes.
Was it who I think it was?
It's always God's protection with me, honey.
Hey, Tam, was the investigator who I think it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to her. whoever that is, shout out to her.
Yo, they got fast stuff. Hey, I know exactly who that investigator is.
Listen, I ain't mad at her. We all need friends like that.
I know exactly who that investigator is, and I will call her for mine if I never need her. Hopefully I won't need her.
Okay,
but, you know.
Listen, you just got booked. The friend just got booked.
Wow.
If I told her she needs to sell her services because it's uncanny how good at it she
is. It's other women in need.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna use her even when I meet the one. I still need a background check on her.
I need you to vet this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Cal said dating is exhausting online and in real life.
The only reason why is because people are out here lying and people are being superficial and they keep looking at social media for relationships and relationship goals, and this is why people are having issues in this foolishness today.
Yep. It's exhausting, and you'd rather be at home, like watching TV. Like, you can watch Broad Day instead.
Okay.
Hey, I like that.
Minding your business at home.
Listen, at home, like, I'm gonna say this, y'all. My single life is not like miserable enough for me to compromise my happiness to be in a relationship just because I'm in one.
Gotcha.
That's it.
I agree.
Like, I know many people want to believe that singlehood just means misery, but it just don't for me. Like,
no, I think you have a very fulfilling life.
Yes.
I do. I think you have a very fulfilling life.
I just can't settle for anything. So regardless of where I meet that man, I'm just not gonna be willing to tolerate just to say like, oh, guess what? I got a man.
Right.
So
what your man doing?
Do you think location plays a part in that as well?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Because I think like I said, I have friends that have met their husbands online and they're not in Michigan. Like they're in other places. You know what I'm saying? I know people that they left.
I guess you just gotta be willing to travel.
They left the state.
Yeah, that's
like they moved somewhere else and met their husbands and things like that. So I think
Did they ever come back here, or they're still there?
No, they left somewhere else. They moved somewhere else with their husbands. But what I'm saying is,
I've heard, that
I think it's just location.
That's in this area tend to be a little meaner. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, everybody hurt.
They miserable.
If you're somebody who's not, the typical standard, Detroit dude, Detroit girl. Yeah, your soulmate might be outside of the city limits. So
Ohio. I say it all the time. Go to Ohio.
So after the hot 45 minutes.
I was engaged to a couple men in Ohio.
Ohio, where's that?
At least they putting rings on fingers.
Oh, Ohio men, they gonna marry you, and they don't mind coming to see you.
Yeah, 45 minutes is nothing to them. Huh?
Ohio men do not mind coming to see you. They don't care how far you are.
That's good. Now if they come and see me, we good.
They don't mind. If they like you, Ohio men putting in the work. I'm sorry, Detroit. I'm sorry. Y'all.
It ain't for everybody.
Ohio, just out of Michigan.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Detroit. Y'all need to step y'all game up.
Better. Country, they gonna get willing to fly in. I'm like, okay.
And if you at Chrysler, it's the worst. Like I'm done. I quit. Listen. You work where? I'm sorry.
That plant life is something different. You got to be a strong individual.
I'm sorry, and I ain't trying to disrespect.
Another topic.
Yeah. You have to be very strong and understanding.
Yeah,
y'all put that on the agenda for next week.
We might have to do that. We might have to put the plant life on there.
I got you, Tam. Tam gonna like, well, see.
We're going to have to put the plant life on there, Tam.
Here's the thing.
We'll put it on when you come on.
We are, yeah.
When you come on. I'm related to books because I've actually read a book before that was based on plant life relationships.
Okay.
Bring that with you on that day.
Y'all need to do that Wednesday.
That's what I say. I'm going to send you the topics on Sunday. Definitely bring that book for that day.
Got you. I got you.
All right.
This gonna be a good next week.
My coworkers see me. Okay.
All right, don't worry, Tim.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Love you, Tim. Okay.
Tim is so funny. I love Tim. No, but that's wild.
She's like my coworker.
That's wild.
It is.
Again, I personally think that I'm gonna have to write a book on online etiquette because y'all having some.
Yeah.
Y'all having some real life scares.
An online dating scare. Please. Put the accurate amount of kids that you have. Please.
In real life, too.
Do not kid fish. In real life, I don't want to have to learn later down the line you got two more than the one you originally put on.
I think a lot of people getting caught up with the whole online scares and the online dating and getting fooled.
I feel like that's why they do it.
No, I'm about to tell you why. The reason why I think that they're getting caught up is because they're going off stuff that they're hearing and not going off stuff of follow through.
That's
right?
true.
So this is why I said when I'm talking to a man or we're going back and forth, my goal is to pay attention to how is he moving? How is he being intentional?
Yeah.
Because if we really tap into what God really gave us as women, we could erase a lot of the heartache that half of us even deal with. Ooh. So that's why I'm saying
starts with you.
It's 80% of stuff that I just don't even be bothered with because I'm paying attention to okay, let me see what his intentions are. Let me see how he's responding. Let me see how he's showing up. Let me see. That's the stuff that I'm paying attention to. A dude could talk to me till he blue in the face. I don't care about talk.
It's those actions.
It means nothing for me. It's all about his actions and I have to pay attention to his actions. When he says, hey, I'm going to call you back at this time or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Is he doing it?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Don't set false expectations.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's online and
in real
person.
Life. Yeah. So I think you can eliminate 80% of the problems. And then don't get caught up on it all the time either. Let me see. You ain't got to tell him. But don't get caught up in, girl, he doing it. Girl, he doing it.
You know what?
Because my thing is.
That's from a little practice.
Don't get caught up in it. Because my thing is.
And I get caught up because it's a rarity.
Listen, a lot of dudes don't like the whole Steve Harvey thing with the whole 3 months. But in 3 months.
Gotcha. Did you see what I had sent you in regards to the Steve Harvey?
No, you didn't. But what I'm saying is, if give it some time. Like, just because he doing it, he was doing it 3 weeks straight. Don't fall for it, ladies. Keep doing.
Consistency is key, but I feel like it's hard not to fall into it because it's a rarity. So when you get it, it's like, ooh, I'm finally getting what I want.
And don't tell nobody, because as soon as you tell somebody, baby, it's going down the drain.
Don't even say it out loud.
Don't say nothing. Here. Just be quiet. Don't save the number. When you say the number, and boom, they disappear.
Don't put no emoji. So what you do,
you just be patient. Go with the flow.
That's so sad because why do we have to play these games? Oh, don't answer too soon.
I don't do stupid stuff like that.
Like, you know, like, well,
if I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. I'm not doing that. That's stupid.
It depends on where we at. Right. It depends on where we at and what was done. Because I want to talk to you too, but depending on what happened prior to, I can't.
That's too much game playing.
It is.
That's not mature. I'm not dating like that.
That's how you vet.
That's not how you vet.
You can't vet like that.
So if he call you, you're not gonna answer.
It depends on who it is and what. Like that's what I'm saying. It depends on what happened prior to.
You don't like him.
It depends on what happened.
You don't like him.
That's not true.
You don't like him.
That's not true. I like him, just not the situation at hand.
You don't like him.
That's different.
See, that's our problem.
It's different. The situation at hand.
No, y'all have to approach it as. See, this is why I like God, because He like me to be a child. Okay, that's why I have childlike faith, because I'm always going to be a child, and I'm always going to approach the relationship like a child. I'm always approaching it like. Let me clear it up. I'm always approaching it like it's my first encounter,
and I can't do that.
Go back from when I was a child. I'm just doing it with more wisdom at this point,
and that's what I have, which is why I can't do that. No, I can't go back to that.
You have walls.
Yeah, and those are put in place because I can't let whatever happen.
It's not gonna happen because you're approaching it with wisdom.
And guess what happens?
Your wall is up. And the reason why I say that is because when you like somebody, this goes for men and for women. You don't care how many times they call you. You don't care how long you've been on the phone. You don't care about that stuff. You just want to be in the presence and be with them.
Yeah, when you really want to be around a person.
When you
do.
like somebody.
Yeah.
Not when you want to be bothered. When you like somebody.
Yeah.
So I approach it as if this is my first, as when you had your first relationship.
Got it.
That's how I approach it.
Maybe I should try that. I'm gonna try that.
I'm gonna be wise because of my experience that I've had. Right. So it's like, again, that's why I say I'm not gonna get caught up on all of the foolishness, but I'm definitely going to approach it that way.
That's funny.
He said getting with Shan. Calvin said getting with Shan seems comparable to going to the Olympics. Games on games.
Hey, but for the Olympics, do they not shut down a whole TV network for a block of time for that to air?
No.
Yes, they do.
No. Oh my gosh. Everybody watching Olympics.
Listen.
Everybody watching Olympics like that.
Oh yeah, it depends on what it's.
It's just too much. It's too much game playing. And this is why we're here. Y'all playing games with the wrong people.
Because of the game. I feel like
games with the wrong people.
I feel like that's true. Because that I can agree
If you were honest.
That I can agree
If you were honest, stop talking to people that you don't like. Men and women. If you don't like them, stop talking to them.
I don't feel like you're going to like everything that they do anyway.
If you don't like this person,
just stop talking to them.
Stop talking to them. Stop leading them on. Stop giving them hope.
Stop leading them on is good.
Just leave them alone. You know what? I don't see you like that. I don't see you like that. Yeah. Just tell them that.
Just be.
But y'all ninjas. This is why everybody all hurt and they all traumatized.
Because of the ghosting, you feel like?
Because don't nobody be honest. My father has always told me, Brittany, if you do not like a guy, do not leave him on. Don't play with him. Don't take no money from him. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because that boy, if you could break his heart, he could hurt you. That's what he used to tell me. And he would say, if you do not like a guy, do not be bothered with him.
That's one of the safest things to do.
So if I don't like a man, I will not be bothered.
Yeah.
If I like you, I'll be bothered. And people not honest with that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Just be honest. You don't like him, so what? You like somebody else. Okay, he don't like you. Leave her alone. Mm-hmm. Don't bother her. You don't like her. Leave her alone.
That's the problem. That's why people don't do that. Yeah. They either try to force it, see potential, and that's where
I'm just gonna dangle with you until somebody else that I like come around.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's the reality of some things too. Yeah.
Listen.
But then when they leave that person alone, then they find themselves by themselves. And that's essentially why people search, because they don't want to be by themselves.
Well, learn to be by your doggone self.
You have to.
Because if you don't like being with you, why would I want to be with you? You bum.
That part. Sorry. If you don't even like being around you.
Why would I want to be with your bum self?
It's the passion talking.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm a little old school when it comes to that. I also agree with Deron when he said you gotta let things flow. My thing is, if I find something that I like in a person, I have no problem interested. Like I'm interested in exploring.
Let it flow, but then too much.
I'm interested in letting and exploring.
I'm open to it to a certain extent, but too much freedom and just openness.
But you're limiting yourself. You're limiting yourself
by not just being 100% free and open.
Yeah, because see, I
gotta see people true intentions first. I just can't come in all wide open. I just can't do it.
But you're not coming in wide open. You're coming from wisdom. You've had experience, so you're not coming in dumb. You coming in knowing something. I'm not dumb. I know something. So you're paying attention to different things.
So that you can,
Yeah, so you can make the adjustments.
Moving forward.
See, this what I'm gonna teach a class.
Break it down. Okay. Break it down.
And I'm gonna not date in Michigan. I'm gonna go somewhere else and date. Because if I was in Texas and Ohio,
I'm going to Ohio. I'm about to get flued out.
Hey, caller.
So I got a question, right?
Sure.
Just on.
Yes.
What do y'all do? What do you do when he make it past the first phase? The video calls, a conversation on point, and he know that you got this guard up, and he don't change or show his true colors till after he didn't hit, and now you already open. So what do you do in that case? Because I mean, men and women do this.
That's what they do. So what do you like? What is he doing? Like what is his true colors?
What I'm saying is the stuff that you all say that. Okay, I see this. I cut it off if I don't like this. What if he good enough to conceal that? Because, some people know that they're being watched and they act until they get what they want. Or after the 90 days, he take you down through there and now you looking for him and he don't want to be bothered, or she.
Because
like, what does one do in that part?
Well,
because you don't know no better. I mean,
for my sanity, I'm gonna have to let it go because I'm gonna be thinking like, why would you even do that? What was the point?
But
what was the why?
See, I played a long game, and I believe the longer you keep that out of the relationship.
Well, see, that's the reason what made me think about it.
Because then that could be the reason why it's not.
I also think you should date in community.
About 10 to 15 minutes ago, Shan, you said something like, "I'd rather build up whatever before video call and get to know them." But if you build up and start liking them before you get to meet them and know that this is a bad situation, that's when you start talking yourself into, well, it can't be that bad because I like this person. You'll talk yourself into going further because you like the person now.
That's
true.
You see what I'm saying?
Get it over with. But I want to know, like, what part of like bad that you're talking about, like what?
Well, I mean, I don't know because I'm just going off like. Okay, so for Britt, you say you peep it. So when you talking to a person and you see your red flags, you cut it off. What if he concealed these red flags till after the feelings are involved? Is what I'm asking.
And typically,
is it a mechanism? Is it? Yeah. So is it something that you do? Is it another phase that you kick in and cut it off, or your cutoff game just that strong?
I got males that I'm gonna play around. So it's men in my family. So I'm bringing them around the men.
Got you. I'm gonna be more so trying to see how that goes.
So it make all the sense in the world. You're not above listening to your big cousin or your uncle like this nigga ain't shit. This ain't gonna go nowhere.
First of all, my daddy.
If it was
my daddy is already my daddy's already present. My daddy's already doing that first and foremost. That's why I said I think it's important if you could be in community to also do it in community. But as a woman, if you have men, like I said, I'm grateful. I've been around men that I trust.
Yes,
and I haven't had those issues that some women have had with men in their family. So I bring the men is gonna come around my cousins, my father, my uncles, and then they're gonna let me know, hey Britt, no, cause no, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna see stuff that I'm probably not gonna see.
And at least you're accepting of it, because some people don't even care.
I've had that happen with my male cousins. They like, nope.
Right. This ain't the move.
That ain't the move for you.
I've did that with. I got a sister. I've done that, and she like this nigga just hating and this, that, and the third. But then when it come out, now you mad at me and the nigga. But if you'd have listened, my nigga, you would have been smooth. You know what I'm saying? But you also got some guys in families that just don't care enough about their own, the women in their family, that they'll turn one of their guys on knowing that they guy ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's true. And that's why I say I'm grateful for my situation because I haven't had that. But even with my male cousins, they have that with us being female cousins. And we've told them that's not the one. Yeah. Pay attention to this. Yeah. Right. Pay attention to that. So
it's on both sides. You're there for them as much as they're there for you.
Overall, trust is the big thing no matter how you want to look at it. Because if you trust your people's word, but a lot of people just don't have that. That's why I'm just curious. A lot of people just don't trust. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said
they hurt.
I'm grateful for my situation because that hasn't been broken to that degree. Again, like I've been taught, whatever you see in your family, you gonna see it in the street. Mm-hmm. So I've seen things in the family, but the cousins that I have that close knit with, I have not seen that.
Okay.
Again, like my dad is very involved in my life, so he's sitting at the table with me having the same conversation with my mom, and he's putting his 3 cents.
Yeah, so you get both perspectives.
So he's telling me too. Yeah,
that's real, and I feel like that's necessary.
I'm sure you do that with your daughters, Tom.
Oh yeah, I kick it with them, but my oldest had a situation she had to learn the hard way.
And some people don't do that.
That's life.
That's life.
That was the only time like it took for her. But you know, most lessons we lead by example, but some lessons you have to learn the hard way. And that was just one. And I still was there in the background, but she was not no diss to the light skinned community, but she was dating a light skinned nigga. And I told her, I'm like, this nigga is controlling, and he gonna try to dictate your moves. Yeah. And once she saw that I didn't like them, she stopped sharing her location and shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, you better pick and choose your battles. I'm like, this gonna be the nigga that be to try to fight you or something. Mm-hmm. And the nigga went in her phone and he tried to fight her. Yeah. And I was coming back from out of town. She like, Daddy, this nigga, and he did this. I said, I'm gonna call you back. I just got the flight, and I hung up. They was pissed. Like, why the fuck? Why would her mama like? Why the fuck you? Because I told her this is her lesson she had to learn. She's still alive because she called me.
Yeah.
I still was on his ass on my own. They didn't know it. She still don't know that I was. You know what I'm saying? But the point was, no, like I'm telling you what I know for a reason. I didn't get this age for nothing. And I ain't gonna tell you nothing that I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? To better yourself.
Yeah,
I agree.
But in life, we have to know when to just be the ear for a person that's venting, and when to pull back with advice because everybody don't take it well.
That's true.
And you'll be made out to be the hater, and you really just care about a person.
That's true. Mm-hmm. But I also think too, with all of it, is all a risk.
Yeah,
life a risk.
It's a risk,
and that's the toughest part for me.
I think that's just an attitude that we got to understand too. Like it's just a risk.
But with anything in life, I feel like I always have to have like some type of cushion. If I don't have that or feel like I have that, I'm not gonna do it. And like you know how people just leave jobs or homes or whatever without having something lined up. They just solely know that something gonna happen. Yeah. I'm not doing it unless I have something else lined up. And I can, you know, I just...
That's how you move.
That's how I just move with life. And I feel like that, I see that in other areas, though, of my life. So that's interesting.
And I try not to not give my input or advice because it's a reason that certain people come to me and we kick it on certain stuff. My ex-wife, the last person I should give advice to better her in the relationship or whatever... I just can't not be who I am, whatever happened with us, like, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, a genuine person that don't want to see a person messed up, you're still going to give the best advice you can, whether you've been hurt in a situation or not.
That's true.
And those people should be more cherished and not made to feel like they talk too much because they just care too much.
That part.
That's true. I agree with
that.
That's
it, y'all. I just wanted to call. I just wanted to ask y'all another question.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sean. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, I agree with what he said. Listen, which one you're right.
Again, I mean, I think it's important to date. If you have a community, if you don't have one, you can create your community, and I think it's important. Even if you don't have, like I said, my situation is a little unique, but if you have people that you know really really do trust, ask, bring them around that. That's how I look at the situation. So, I mean, that's just me. I look at it like that because you got to have people around you that can see some things that you can't see.
You do, because you're going to go into it just
and are you gonna
with
be
one train of thought.
And do you respect them? And do you respect what they're saying?
Online dating scares me.
We know.
Oh. Hey, Mom.
Nice of you to join us.
Hey, Mom.
We didn't need you
Good morning.
to come in and interrupt what we were talking about.
I mean, I wasn't
We was having girls talk.
We was having girls talk.
I was watching. I seen it.
Good morning.
The whole, I really look at online dating as very scary.
What are some of your
Can I ask one question? Or can I ask Chanie a question? When you do meet, do you trust Miles?
Yeah.
So when you meet like your partner, would you be interested in like having him meet Miles?
Yes, I just don't be trying to be funny though.
No,
but yes, no.
But he,
to be honest, all jokes aside, I do.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey,
he's a man in your community, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by I think women should have community of men around them when they're dating other men.
Yeah, and plus, most importantly, when you dealing online dating, I heard more scary shit than I heard good shit.
Good stuff.
Heck yeah. Sam.
It's hilarious.
Tom just wanted to call back because I'm sorry I missed both of their phone calls. But I will say this. Online dating is scary because anyone can hide behind anything.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And when if you meet somebody out and about, they can have the same mask on. However,
that's true.
However, you more of a I watch The Room I've been out. Me and Tom when we go to our place or whatever. Not like not the pause, but just the place we go.
To have food.
Yeah.
We all know the place.
Look, to have food. My God.
Well, but the whole thing
we all know the place.
Okay.
But when we go, I think me and him be so observant. Me and him be watching people. We are people watchers for real. We be peeping people.
Do y'all give commentary?
It's crazy. Like me and him we be looking at it, we be like,
yeah, because I'm gonna give a little comment. It'd be funny people watching.
I wish I would have thought of this when he was on the phone, but I know he in the comments. The same question, like, kind of go the way he asked us that question. It goes for y'all too. Like, what do y'all do if the woman meets like a certain level that y'all have?
I bring them around.
You bring them around. That okay?
I mean, y'all seen at my birthday party. Like, I would bring people around.
So that's the next step.
So when do you get to that point when you bringing them around the family? At that point, then whether it's online or in person dating,
when you know who they are. You know
that's
what I mean?
tough to say though.
Well, don't bring them around.
Then don't bring them around.
And here's why.
But I feel like you will never ever truly know somebody, no matter how long you're with them.
But you gotta have. It has to be something.
Yeah.
It has to be
Look,
give me something.
First of all,
something.
If you was there, you seen how I was acting. I did not change. I am who I am.
But you did. You basically said the same thing that I said. You just said it from a man's perspective. Right. You bring them around, but you got to bring them around people that you trust and respect.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't just be like it. Don't have to just be family because I don't believe family is always blood. I say that all the time. I don't.
Okay.
I don't care if we're blood related or not, because them could be the snakiest people.
That's true.
So for me, I always say you gotta have your community is people that you trust and have respect for.
Yeah.
Because just because I trust. If I trust you, I obviously have some form of respect. But
kind of go hand in.
It has to be together. So your community, if you can't
trust and respect don't go hand in hand.
You don't think
a little bit it can and not, but I think what you're saying. But my point is, part of your community should definitely be something that you trust and respect. But you're right, it can't, because there are people that I trust, but I don't necessarily respect. But I trust.
Especially, for me.
So I have a question.
But that's community.
So what makes you trust them? Is it their status? Is it their name? Their relationship?
If I've entrusted them with something deep or something,
got it.
But they could be. That I don't necessarily respect.
Like hypothetically speaking, somebody even told me one time, he said,
that's interesting.
I don't trust Miles.
That's interesting. But you respect. That's interesting.
Right. But I don't trust him.
He's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Don't trust me while you're drunk.
Because I don't. You tell Miles something, it's going to be all over Rising Ground.
Miles will be on the air telling something, hey, I ain't going to say no names. Deborah. I ain't going to say no names.
Like what? I'm not going to tell him something that no. But I respect.
First of all,
okay.
A lot of people, I hold a lot of secrets near and dear to my heart from other people, from friends.
That's real.
And I would never tell no one. However,
you would bring it up in conversation.
You just gotta pay attention to what he be saying.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say no name.
Okay.
But this is a particular someone.
I swear, start describing that someone.
Like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say no names.
Look, did he look right in the camera?
I trust you.
Her name is Chantel.
Okay.
Delusional as fuck.
She's very delusional. But I do. My mom asked me that one time. She was like, she asked me if I had to do would I ever bring him to meet you, and I was on the fence. I was like,
I would just not tell no jokes. Just not tell no jokes.
I probably would. I said, but it couldn't be at the show. It would have to be somewhere else because I don't know who might pop up because I want to keep my life private. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But the whole truth of the matter is, when you're doing online dating, I have had 4 of my friends, females, has had bad sexual experience and they contracted herpes, right? But again,
wow,
because they didn't get the time to know somebody. So honestly, like I tell women, whenever you're dating, and men, and you get a chance to go to the bathroom, look at that motherfucking medicine cabinet. That medicine cabinet tells the truth.
So basically do your snooping.
I mean, well, just open
That's
the
crazy
medicine.
word.
Just snooping.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Or we can call Tam's investigator.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I'm with you though. I believe you should snoop a little bit.
You should snoop a little bit.
Sorry,
that's what get people in trouble.
But by the way, I don't even go in people's houses.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't know what's in here.
You can't now.
But the reason why I don't look at it necessarily as snooping, I look at it as research.
Yeah. And so
if you gotta go find it,
the worst person you can have is a person who works at the police station that you're talking to.
You say that all the time, and I know a police officer that I refuse to talk to because they're a police officer.
Listen,
but they know probably whatever you telling them whatever they asking anyway.
Listen,
I'm scared to date a police officer.
Yeah, but I'm saying the stuff that they asking you, they probably already know.
If you ever date a police officer, ladies, and you invite them to your house, that would probably be one of the best things you've done, because the minute he get real close to you, he goes to start popping up anyway. I was just driving around making sure you're okay.
That's true, but he gonna know your address before you give it to him.
But in Michigan, you're dating a police officer, a firefighter, somebody that work at the plant, or somebody that work at the hospital.
In Michigan,
those are your options.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Those are your options.
What's the other lineup?
Nothing.
Those are your options.
Oh, bums.
No, I mean, if we gonna be real,
I'm like, because what if it ain't nothing?
If we gonna be real, you really in Michigan, you working at one of the big 3s. You working at the hospital. You gonna be a police officer, or you gonna be a firefighter?
I got a question for y'all for online dating. Y'all don't never.
Yeah, I mean, said she would
never. Heavy on the never.
She said never. I'm with
they
you.
are
crazy.
I
ain't never dated one, but I'm scared to
do you
date
think
one.
Do you think that they have PTSD?
Yes. I think they got a lot of things going on. They the officer of the law. I'm scared to date a firefighter because
I'm not.
I watch 911.
I'm not.
And I watch Station 19.
And a lot of these stories are true.
I know, that's why I'm terrified.
Okay. Tone said you missed one.
Truck driver.
Truck driver. You know, Tone, let me go back to truck driver. They're starting to become more popular in Michigan. So
a lot of people are getting their CDLs.
They're starting to become more popular in Michigan. So I'll add them in there. But y'all got a bad rep.
Because they always gone.
Because y'all always gone. Y'all always on the road. Truck drivers have a bad rep when it comes to dating.
Yeah, because they got a bed right in behind.
They have a bed. Some of them have a bed in their truck.
They have to sleep.
Y'all go to y'all little stations.
They have to stop.
Y'all way to stations.
They have to
y'all
stop
in and out of cities. Truck drivers have a bad reputation when it comes to dating.
I forgot what they call them hoes that be at the stations. What they call them?
I don't know.
It be them waiting. You have to trust your mate. He's just bringing home the money.
They have become very popular because they make stupid money.
They are, because nobody want to drive all them hours to different cities and stuff.
But y'all getting truck drivers mixed up with couriers, because what you talking about?
That could be a career.
Couriers, because you're right, Michael. There is a difference.
Oh, you said couriers.
Couriers.
I thought you said career.
They actually make more money.
Yeah. In a lot of cases.
They call them lot lizards.
Lot lizards. That's what they call them.
Not Tam.
Look at Tam, lot lizards. That ain't Tam.
But look, this the funny thing, right? I'm local, so I don't have to sleep in my truck or do none of that. Them days over with. That's the beginning phase of that shit.
Oh, okay. So as you get more experience.
Yeah, Miles answered the question too, Britt. I've got a certain group of family members whose judgment I trust, and like my pops is one of my best friends, so we together. He know everybody I deal with, so I mean that I've ever dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So
got you.
So one of my biggest things that will make me cut a person off is if you can get along with my people, it's better for me because I don't like to separate the two. I like to be around my family. So if you even show this to me that you don't even want to, I don't need to meet those people. This just me and you. That's it for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm probably still gonna hit you, but after that, I'm done.
No, is that a red flag?
Yeah, I think so.
To not want to meet. What if she says, I will eventually like to meet your family, just not right now?
I feel like it's controlling. Like I feel like those type of females control.
I don't know because I don't want to meet your family right away because I'm still assessing you.
So that's your problem. That's why you probably I love you to death, Shan, but you probably gonna be single. You got lifetime supply battery.
Tone, listen.
I'm not receiving it.
Tone, listen.
I don't receive it.
I don't like to say that to women because I believe in love.
Oh, well look, I apologize because I didn't mean that. Like I didn't mean no harm.
Oh no, Tone. I'm fine.
Tone, I just told her that.
I don't think Shan means half the shit she says. Shan has a defense mechanism that she used. This is her defense mechanism. Shan is probably a sweetheart with the guys that she meet. I just feel like she had to be hard because she might have had some hard situations she was in, but to not want to meet the person's family, you want to know who raised them or where they come from. Exactly. It takes a village. You don't want to know the village? I want to know yours.
I do eventually, but I want to know you.
I want to know who not to touch when we at the barbecue and all that.
No, because I don't want to. No, I will eventually want to meet your family, but I don't want to meet your family, and then we don't work out. And now I didn't talk to your mama, your auntie, your sister.
She's controlling, Tone. She likes to be in control.
That's you have to control the room. Listen, control can be a gift and a curse. Jen.
That's true. It can be.
You shouldn't put a time frame on stuff. It's a lot of stuff that you say. Well, I got to know you first. To know me is to know my family flat out. I don't care who you are.
Facts.
I didn't say I don't ever want to meet them.
So basically,
but the fact that you're giving me a time frame for you to know my people, I don't want you to know them. You
should have a time frame. I can respect that, but you should have a time frame on when you want your girl to meet or the person you're talking to meet your family.
Listen,
skip their timeline. You should have one.
We on the same page. We on the same page.
And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get off the phone because I see Doctor. I ain't heard him popping up shit today, so I'm about to get off the phone so I can listen to him.
He ain't got nothing to say.
No, he got some shit to say. He got to. He better. I'm sorry.
No, that was short-lived.
So this is the thing, Shan. Shan, this is the thing. You found out that your cousin was talking to somebody that you was about to talk to online. If you would have fucking brought him around your family, you would have knew off rip.
I wasn't as old as they were at the time, so I wouldn't know anyway. But I get what you're saying.
I mean, but 5 stars. The one in the middle is 2.5.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right here,
not right, but I agree with you wholeheartedly, Tone.
Yes,
definitely have
for sure.
Have people around that you trust that can kind of help you decipher what you're going through.
Yeah,
that don't mean that their word is golden. Like, I got to cut this off. But it'll open your eyes to some stuff. Like,
to pay attention
that's
to.
Why when you were saying what you were saying, bro, I'm like, damn, that's the same kind of support. It's a support system. Like, they don't want to see you hurt. And if they saw you go through something, they really don't want to see you go through that shit.
And that's understandable.
Yeah. So no, you're right, and that's why I said it doesn't necessarily have to be family, because I don't believe.
But I'm not gonna bring you. I ain't bring you to my family reunion. But if we got a barbecue going on and we about to turn up, I feel this how I look at it. If me and you hanging and we kicking it ain't no different than Doc pulling up. Like, just come kick it with it. It's a vibe. You ain't no interview.
It's not the same.
So the reason why I agree with that, Tone, because I need to see how you interact with me when we're out in public. I need to see how you interact with the people that I love and who we're around, because who are you?
Yeah, that's important to find out. Just
who
not.
are you? But you're gonna see it in those type of situations. I'm gonna see like, okay, they pop off when somebody say this, or they don't know how to take a joke. They're a little too uptight.
Right.
Like I agree with you. They need to be in the atmosphere so you can see how they are.
And you learn certain people respect values.
Exactly.
If they're around their mama, you don't cuss around your mama, and they fuck that. My mama get on my fucking nerve. Mama, you better get the fuck on. You like, oh hell no.
Right.
Well, I stopped talking to a dude because he was disrespectful to his mother.
Yeah.
He was cussing
even though I do cuss around my mama, but my mama, we grew up like brother and sister, but I don't cuss at her, boo. You know what I'm saying? We talk shit and laugh.
Just shooting the breeze, yeah.
Oh no, this dude, he was cussing at his mom. I was like, oh no, this not gonna work.
Yeah.
Even though that was their dynamic.
Yeah. Y'all Mina said, gotta see if you're even a people's person. Are you jealous? Are you friendly? Etc.
You gotta bring them around.
I understand y'all point of view on it. I do.
She just don't want to bring. She don't want to bring them around.
Yeah. Not too early, but I understand though. It's important.
To a lot of shit too.
Yeah, so y'all read the room.
He be, you know, he got to sit down, so he got to make sure everything good before he sit down and shit, because he can't just pop up.
Listen, because once I sit down,
you know he has.
Hey, and we one band, one sound, so can't one nigga lead the other. So we talk baseball talk. You know what I'm saying? You ready? I'm ready.
Okay, let's get it.
Listen, y'all have to understand. Miles have lived like 8 decades. You understand what I'm saying? Like he didn't outlive so many of us. You know what I'm saying?
He has a lot of wisdom.
He outlived so many of us. So we have to think about.
We have to get to where he's at.
Yes, he has so many lives. Like Miles really is 108 in real life.
Yeah, that's.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, and I've heard stories of him. Like I always tell y'all how that was my dog before I even knew him. But hearing the stories, because a lot of my family and him, they tied in, but like. He don't be You hear a lot of people tell stories and be like, shut the fuck up. But I know his shit to be factual.
Okay.
Just, you know.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I swear he's a liar.
He's like, I'm glad we have a witness.
I ain't say he don't lie, but 80% of his stories.
He's like, whoa, not too far.
You said 80%?
Yeah, that one time when he said that one time when he said he was in kindergarten and hit the kindergarten teacher, that might have been a lie.
Okay. Because I was giving him 50%.
So I'm like, if it's gonna be anything, let's be for real.
I gave him 50. Okay, but I'm glad you cleared that up, because now I can believe him a little bit more.
So that's the one. Thank you so much, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Listen, y'all tune in tonight for Toxic Talk with Tone and all the fellas. Spoon, JP.
Yes.
He's back
Are
in
you
town.
with me?
I say that. See, you got it. You hold on to it. But yes, this has been a great topic.
It was.
Online dating scares. So the moral of the story is be careful.
Stay within your community.
Yes. Find you a community and date within that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Again, if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
I think you should just be careful in dating in general.
Yes. And it's gonna be the summertime, so
so people gonna be outside. So be careful. Again, if you can find you a community that you trust and respect, you know, try to date within that community and let your guard down a little bit, not too much. Be a little open, have fun with it, not too much.
Yes.
And hopefully love will find you this summer for everybody.
Yes.
So yeah, we about to get up out of here. It's the weekend. Y'all please be safe.
Yes.
Read a book. Like Tam will tell y'all. I know she said it in the comments to read a book. Maybe y'all can do that, sit on y'all patio or have a cookout. I don't know. Yeah. Happy Father's Day this weekend to all of the fathers out there.
That is.
I said it. So
Happy Father's Day to the fathers.
Don't look for a text message. I already said it.
Happy Father's Day to everybody in the chat. Everybody listening right now.
Happy Father's Day.
Tuning in to all the fathers. Yes. We appreciate y'all. We see y'all.
Yes. So thank y'all for being with us today.
Yeah.
We'll be back Monday. Well, Tam will be here for me. I will be here next week. So, but I'll be here in spirit.
Yes, for sure. And a few call-ins when you free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We get up out of here. Bye. Thanks for tapping in with us.
Take care of yourself and each other. See
Bye,
y'all
guys.
next week. Bye.
Rise and grind. Wanna show conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you